Yep. It's cracked somewhere in there. Look at that. Son of a bitch. What is going on, guys? I am back in the truck, back at work as I'm battling the sun here right in my face. But it is Monday, January 13th. I had a vacation and then I got sick. I got really sick. I had the flu. I hadn't been that sick in a really long time. I was a miserable son of a bitch. So I hope I never get that sick again. I had COVID and I wasn't even that sick during COVID. So the flu had taken me out pretty good. I was sick for a good 7 days. So it's been about 4 weeks since I made a video for you guys, but I had a nice busy day today. I got 2 or 3 things on video for you. So we're gonna line those up. But my first call was I had to go change a pressure reducing valve on the boiler at this location, and they also have a 10-ton heat pump condensing unit I had to change a condenser motor on. So I run into a surprise with the boiler, so take a look. All right, well, we have a pressure reducing valve to change today. Technician that worked on it couldn't get any water to come pass through it. He did turn the screw and it did fill, but he recommended we replace it. So what sucks about this is we have a shutoff valve here. Really wish they would have thought this out and put one on the other side. Because then we have, well, that guy's shut here. Okay. He's shut, and that means we need another one shut too. We need to shut this guy, and that should be all of our feeds to the boiler. So that means the only thing we're going to lose is the water here, the water in our expansion tanks, which is a horrible spot for them down there. And that should be it. So yeah, we gotta figure out a spot to drain this at. All right, we do have a gauge here, so that's good. At least we know what the thing's pressure is at. But also looking at this, we have 2 boilers here. This one and this one. That one's coming on right now, but this one is in lockout. Looks like somebody left nozzles and stuff up here. I wonder why they never serviced this one. Huh. Okay. Well, we know we have to change our reducing valve. So we'll get that out of the way now. We'll figure out how to drain this thing down without losing all of our pressure and get it changed. All right, I'm letting it drain down now. I had to shut down the boiler because with these valves off, it shuts off its expansion tanks too. So I shut the boiler down so we could close those down. If not, it's gonna keep leaking out of the relief valve. I'm draining this down now. It's getting there. I mean, so I'm not sure how accurate this gauge is. We'll find out once we lose all of our water, but you're good in there. This is what I'm doing. I'm kind of pulling back on it and letting the bucket catch most of it. I mean, we're in a boiler room here with a drain over there, so it's not a huge deal, but still don't want to make a bigger mess than what you have to. we got her all the way down almost. Just a little bit left. So with it in place, I'll probably, well, I can break this union too. Yeah, and that way I can just take the whole thing right off there. All right, here is my new valve. And I got these couple close nipples that kind of stayed behind. Didn't want to come out, so I got new ones here for it. So we're gonna mock this up with the unions on there and get it put back on. All right, let's see if we got any leaks. All right, I think we're pretty good. Don't have any leaks. All right, we'll open this back up to the system. Open this up to the system. All right, and we have to figure out why this guy here was out on safety, but also this valve up here was shut. It's like somebody had this one shut down altogether, and they were just using that guy. We got a leak from the heat exchanger. Ah, boy. This is a big boiler too. Yep. It's cracked somewhere in there. Look at that. Son of a bitch. Shut it all down. So I got this shut down now. That's why someone shut it down, but no one ever told me. They need a new boiler. This sucks. Try to drain it off. Yeah, guys, so that big boiler, there must be a leak in one of the sections there, or the heat exchanger's compromised somewhere. It is leaking from internally inside that boiler. So that boiler's pretty much junk. I am not interested in replacing a section of that boiler or anything like that. I'm not even sure the church even has the money to replace that boiler. So they are going to just use the other boiler for now to maintain. They don't use the whole church. It's a very large church. And if they were, that used to have a school upstairs, a Christian school that they do not have anymore. So that's way more boiler than they need with those two. The one that's leaking is 400,000 BTUs. And the one that's still in operation is 275,000 BTUs. So they're just going to maintain with the 275 and just let the 400 just be down. So, you know, that's what they're going to do. We'll get them options on maybe replacing it, but I don't think they're going to do it. Either way. All right, guys, we have a condenser motor to replace. In the same location, they have a 10-ton heat pump that does just their sanctuary. So we have a condenser motor to replace on that. And a little bit of a dangerous situation. Check it out. We got a condenser fan we got to change out. She smoked pretty bad. Somebody put a piece of board over it to let the other two run. I just pushed it this way, so nobody shoveled the snow for me. All right, so we're gonna get this guy out of here. This is the same location as the boiler. So, oh man, well, I hope one of those doesn't fall on me. That's dangerous. It's very dangerous. I'd hate for one of them to fall. Huh. My best plan of action here is to just not stand there as much as possible. So I got my wires right there. Run inside my unit. So I'll get all that disconnected real quick and then get the hell out of that little hole. I tried throwing snowballs up there to knock them down. I knocked a couple of them down, but that would not feel good if one of those hit me. I just reached in there and cut the wires. I could just unscrew it from up here, get the motor all changed out and everything, and then worry about unspinning that big wad of wires here in a few minutes and getting it wired back up. I think they all pretty much go to a terminal block. The blacks go there. The yellows and browns go over to these capacitors. Oh yeah, she even smells smoked. All the oil's leaked out of it. Yeah, she's in rough shape. Still spins free. Hot as a firecracker. Let's see if we can get this off there easy. Alright, got the blade off. 11/32 nut driver. If you don't have one, get one. That's what a lot of the motor bolts are. Makes it a whole lot easier. I've had this one for probably 15 years. It came in a kit, which I've since lost every other one but this one. But the one thing is it doesn't have a magnet in it either. So the shaft can go, or the bolt of the screw can go down in there deep. Get this off. Get the new motor over here. But yeah, guys, 11/32 nut driver. That'll save you, or at least make your life easier. All right, we got our new motor in here. So this is the motor they gave us. That is an OEM motor, quarter horse, 208 230 single phase, 900 RPM. Oh, I'm sorry, 1100 RPMs. Huh. All right, we'll get the blade put back on and get this thing back installed. All right, I got all the wiring tied back up and landed. The worst part about it was everything leaking on me. And I survived. No icicles fell on me, but they did drip on me a ton. All right, I'll get it turned back on, button back up. All right, we got 3 fully operational condenser fans now. Nice. All right, guys, that was a easy little condenser motor replacement. Next up, we have a carrier heat pump system that is blowing its fuse, its low voltage fuse. The maintenance department there has already replaced the fuse a couple times. They don't know what's going on. It keeps blowing. So we have an active low voltage short. I actually don't mind these calls as long as I can find them easy enough. The intermittent ones can kick your ass if you can't find the short. But if you know how to troubleshoot them, if you have the right tools and the right process, low voltage shorts can be very easy to find. So check it out. Okay, all right, thank you. Probably gonna have to go outside and see if we can find out where our rub out is. It probably is something on the outdoor unit. We got a dead short. Dead short to ground. Alright, so I removed Y. Reset it. It's still there. Okay. So it's not on Y. Put those back together. Next, we'll take off W. Okay, so we reset. Let's try this. Okay. Okay, so it's on this wire here. Look at this. I have to figure out where this wire goes. Whether it goes to our thermostat or our outdoor unit. Watch this. See that spark? All right, let's figure out where this wire goes. So that goes to our outdoor unit. Okay, so we need to get down there to the outdoor unit. All right, I'm gonna be willing to bet it's this one because I have a carrier air handler and all these ones look new. So I did leave the power off to the air handler, so I should have no R out here. Right, yeah, I just checked it, no R. Okay, so let's look at our W wire here. Look, I found it. Is that it? That looks like it. Look at that little fucker there. That'll do it every time. Where was it shorting out at? Right there. Wait, no. Let's back up a little bit. That's where it was shorting out, right there. Huh. Well, we're just gonna tape that up. Make sure it doesn't happen again. Well, I taped the W wire individually and then taped all this up. That should be good. It just rubbed against that little edge right there. And that explains why it wasn't happening all the time either. They said one time it lasted a couple days, the other time it only lasted a couple hours. It all depends on if W was calling or not, or if it went into defrost. So this is the guy here. No more short. Beautiful. All right, we have Y calling now. All right. And we have electric heat. sure everything warms up. 0.3 amps. On our low voltage. Yeah, guys, I'll admit finding low voltage shorts is not that easy every time, but I take the same approach and the same process every time. First thing I do is I hook my little popper up and then put my amp probe around the little popper and then just start testing wires. Whenever you have a spike in your amp draw or you see that spark on your low voltage wire, you know you have a short there. So that way you're not constantly putting 8-9 amps short to ground on your transformer. As soon as you see it, you cut the power off, and you know you can either eliminate that wire or keep going. So that's the way I do it. It always works for me. Maybe you guys do it differently, but that process has always worked for me. But all right, guys, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. It's good to get another video back out there. I'm hoping to get a lot more filmed this week. Hopefully we'll get back on track getting these few videos posted every week. So, all right, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one.